Right now, we want to take a moment, so if I could have your attention, please. We want to take a moment to recognize somebody who we have talked about before here. In this moment, we'd like to take a moment to talk about Brad Venable. And Brad was, when we lost Brad, it took a couple people to replace him. Jen Wong, who has stepped up greatly to help take his place. Where is Jen Wong? Somewhere over here. There's, yeah, in the dark over there. And somebody who was a close personal friend of his and who's going to come up here and speak tonight about Brad. I'd like to welcome to the stage Rebecca Davis.
Brad would have loved to see me trip on the stage. Hey, everybody. So I asked social media for one word to describe our friend Brad. And the responses, if some of you have seen, were incredible. And not surprisingly, there was a common theme. Brad was kind, supportive, and generous. I first met Brad in 2012 at a voiceover FAFCon unconference, and I clocked him from across the room wearing his Mario Brothers shirt and those bright, colorful glasses, and I said, that geeky guy is gonna be my friend, whether he likes it or not. So I went over, plopped down next to him, and we became instant friends. That weekend, excuse me, we started an accountability group together with other voice actors, and every week we would meet on Zoom before everyone knew what Zoom was, and we shared our goals, our frustrations, our wins, and our vulnerable selves. Brad, some of you may know this, some of you may not, was so nervous about moving to Los Angeles. He didn't think that he was talented enough. This guy, I still can't believe it, and we cheered him on the way that he always cheered all of us. And he is a reason that I am still a voice actor today. In 2017, at another voiceover conference, the World Voices Conference, I was with him and I told him that I wasn't believing in myself anymore, that this may be my last hurrah, and that I think I was gonna leave the business, that I was done. And he looked at me, and some of you know that Brad expression, and he just said, Bex, stop it. This is what you were meant to do. And he said it with so much passion that I had no choice but to listen to him. And the next week I booked a bucket list job, and things took off from there because of his pep talk. Brad believed in us more than we believed in ourselves. And that same weekend, as in the last hours of the conference, a vocal booth was being auctioned off. I was working out of my closet, and things were fine, but they're about to start construction across the street. And with this new confidence that Brad had given me, I wanted that booth so badly. And unfortunately, during the auction, the bid exceeded my budget, and I was bidded out. And Brad ran over and whispered to me, Bex, you need that. And he handed me an IOU for the money that I needed to put me over the top and to get that booth. And that is who Brad was. I'm so thankful that I have him in my booth with me every day, cheering me on when I'm down and lifting me up the way I know he has cheered on and lifted up so many people in this room today. And I don't know what camera I'm looking at, but you guys out there too, I'm sure. Because like all of you said in the post, Brad was kind, Brad was supportive, Brad was generous, and Brad, he gave the best hugs. Brad was Brad. So now, to present our Be Brad Award, please welcome to the stage, J.B. Blanc.
Hi, friends, old and new, some very old. Thank you, NAVA, for this. This is an incredible night. Thanks for everything that you do. August last year, a young, troubled man walked into the back of my house at 6 o'clock in the morning and beat the living daylights out of my house sitter, who was very badly injured, beaten within an inch of his life. And that house sitter was Jeff Burns. Now we cut to my angle on things. I'm having a lovely holiday in the southwest of France at my family's house. I've had a lovely lunch. I'm waking up from a delicious siesta. But this is Jeff. The phone goes. Hello? Hey, JB, it's Jeff. Hi, Jeff, how you doing? Not great. Okay, what's going on? I'm in the hospital. What's going on? Well, some guy walked in the back of the house at 6 o'clock this morning and beat the crap out of me. Just calm, practical, cheerful. I'm like, what the But that is Jeff. And weirdly, I gained a new friend. He had recovered with my neighbors. My dopey, stupid, and lovable lab refused to leave his side, although he'd been absolutely no help during the actual event itself. And I got to know Jeff a little better. And you couldn't have a bigger advocate than Jeff Burns. You couldn't have a stronger friend than Jeff Burns. Tragically, later that year, Jeff lost his dad. And it was tough, but he didn't miss a beat. His heart was still the same. His stoicism was still the same. And I was filled with one phrase that kept ruling my thoughts, which was, don't ever underestimate a nerd. This man, I'm telling you, this man is strong, he is resilient, he is determined, and he will be there for you like no other would. He's awesome. From organizing panels at cons, I asked a few people. I just said, Jeff Burns, never anything but a smile, a beam. I love Jeff. And I love Jeff. He's awesome. So, safe to say, be Brad, who will be missed terribly forever, or be Jeff. Either way, you won't go far wrong.
Everyone loves Jeff Burns because Jeff Burns is always the first person to show up and support. So everyone will show up and support Jeff Burns until the end of time. Little known fact, he's 6'8" with the afro.
Those of us who are lucky enough to have known Brad know that he really embodied the heart of the voiceover community. And I think that Jeff Burns carries that same spirit.
You deserve this more than anyone. You're so supportive of everyone's career. You work so hard for so long.
Wow, this is an incredibly special award, and it deserves to go to an incredibly special person who ties together a community and is positive and uplifting, and that is definitely you, my friend.
You are such a light in this community. You lift so many people up around you. You do everything you can to help people out. You're just so genuine and lovely, and I couldn't be more excited for you.
You are a beacon of knowledge in the voiceover community, and no one is more supportive, and this is so well deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you for everything that you do and give to this industry. It would not be the same without you, Jeff.
Jeff Burns, a guy whose heart is even bigger than his hair.
Hi, Jeff. Congratulations on winning this very well-deserved award. I want to thank you for everything that you do for this community. I know that when people are new to the LA voiceover community, something they learn very quickly is that they can count on the things that Jeff Burns says. So we appreciate you and congrats.
Reliable, consistent, helpful are the words that come to mind when I think of Jeff Burns. Whether I see him at an event supporting other voice actors, booking another role, or moderating one of those awesome panels he does, we love you, Jeff.
We love you to pieces, Jeff, and we can't imagine a better recipient for the B. Brad Award.
You are absolutely amazing. You were one of the first people to welcome me into the voiceover community and have since become a dear friend of mine. I couldn't be more proud of you. There is no one more deserving of the B. Brad Award than you, the one and only Jeff Burns.
Courageous, resilient, thoughtful, kind-hearted. These are just a few words that come to mind when I think of Jeff Burns. Congratulations, Jeff. You deserve this and all good things.
Burns! There's nobody that deserves this award more than you, Jeff. You've worked so hard, you've come so far, and you've been so good to everybody else while you were at it.
JB, you have the biggest heart and the biggest hair. In all of voiceover, you're one of the most valuable, supportive, loving members of our community. We love you so much, bud. Cannot imagine someone more deserving. Congrats!
Congrats, Jeff. You are so deserving of this award.
Congrats! Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
my friend.
So excited for you, Jeff. Congratulations.
I never met a bigger advocate for our union than Jeff, who wasn't even in the damn union. Just a few updates. Jeff is now SAG eligible. He has, no one deserves it more. He has just signed with one of the top agents in town. I mean, watch him fly. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Jeff Burns, the 2025 NAVA B. Brad Award winner.
Wow. I just can't believe that. You all actually like me. Oh my God, this is so crazy. You know, you never set out in this business to be an award-winning actor. It just kind of happens when you least expect it. So when I found out that I was the recipient of this, I remember Tim called me and was like, "Can you get on Zoom like right now?" I'm like, "Can you give me 10 minutes?" He's like, "Can you hop on right now? Hop on your phone if you have to." And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, am I in trouble? But then Tim, Karin, and Matthew popped on Zoom and they're like, oh, you're getting the B. Brad Award. And I'm like, really? You picked me? You sure about that? Okay. Yes, I will happily come to the gala. I will get all fancy. Hell will freeze over because you're seeing me in pants and a suit tonight, so go figure. But that's why this community is so friggin' awesome. I mean, we look after each other, there's beautiful camaraderie, and that's what this is all about. I mean, whether you're some of the top people in the business or people just starting out, everyone loves to help each other. And like JB said, I really saw the community come through to me in a way I never thought was possible when I was recovering from that horrible little incident that happened last year. And just everyone who came to offer support when my dad passed back in February. It's just surreal, and seeing everything else that happened and getting SAG eligibility this year and getting to sign with my new agent, Dean Panero, who miraculously we're both at the same table tonight. That was not planned. Or was it? I don't know how Tim and Karin do these things. But yeah, and you know, the people who are crazy enough to do my panels, I mean, I'm sure there's at least 20 of you or so that have been crazy enough to say yes to my goofy panel ideas at LA Comic-Con and various other places. So thank you for doing that. I'm sure I'll get mobbed by people afterwards wanting to do these panels in 2026. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just when you have a great community like this, anything's possible and you never know what'll happen. So trust your community and remember the camaraderie that you're not alone, and no matter what, we're all here for each other.